I've been sewing up a storm and getting a lot of progress done. Let's see what I've gotten up to this week. G'day, my name is Sean and this is my weekly update where I share my quilting adventures. I'm so glad you're here. Let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. The first thing I want to show you is a brand new project. It is the Dog Part by Elizabeth Hartman. I've talked about starting this one for a long time, and I cut out the fabric for the corgi and started assembling that. Unfortunately, it's not quite done yet, but the progress we've made so far is amazing. And this is his wonderful little face here. Let me know what you think. This is using a lot of the Essex linen product so far, and I absolutely love this little smile here. This is a fun little touch that I have not seen before. The next project I want to show you is the courthouse stairs. You've seen me make a few of these already, and I'm working with Katy this morning, and we're going to make a bunch of these blocks. I don't know how many we'll get done. I've cut out enough for 5. We'll see if we can get them all done, but this is the first set of fabrics. And on the other side, it's all going to be black. But this is the next one here, which is using some scraps from the colorway I'm currently using for cotton cuts. I also have another one from Cotton Cuts collection here. And then some nice batiks that I found laying around in my stash. And then some more batiks we found floating around in my stash. I think this is going to turn out really nice. We also made some nice progress on Toasty, which is a legit kit, and we've been making progress over this over time. And I have almost put this whole block together. We have done all this, and then if you flip it around, you can see it all here. You can see a lot of the spikes, or whatever you call these things, on Toasty himself. We've used some Kona sheen and some lovely batiks here, which is a little different to what the pattern calls for, but I think it's a nice touch. I was able to get the woven star quilt all assembled, and we've even started quilting on this so far. So we've done the center part and right next to it, hopefully you can see alright. And then around it you might be able to see in the black space around the middle star, the blue and yellow one, where I've actually been able to do some star stitching as well. It's a little hard to see. I'm going to put a photo up here as well that might be a little easier to see. And I also assembled the quilt sandwich for the pastel quilt, so it is all now assembled and ready to go, and we'll start quilting that this week, and hopefully next week you'll be able to see that all come together. We have some other stuff to show you later on in the episode, but before we get to that, let's go ahead and do our weekend review. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We're so glad to have you. This is a series of videos that I usually take you throughout the week, most of me sewing, but also of any adventures we get up to, so I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked about everybody's favorite restaurant, and I got really hungry reading all those responses. It sounds really tasty, so I know that if I ever go over your end of the world, I'm going to be in for a treat. This week I thought it'd be interesting to talk about Christmas, because it's, what, 4 or 5 months away? And if you make Christmas gifts and that sort of thing there, and if you do, let me know, when do you start? Have you already started and completed most of your stuff? Are you someone like myself that does it last minute, or something else? I'd love to hear in the comments. So what are my goals for this week? Well, it's going to be some more progress on the current projects that I'm doing. I'd like to get some more quilting done on the woven star, if at all possible. I'd love to get the pastel quilt quilted and hopefully bound and done at the end of the week. I'd also love to get the corgi finished and maybe even cut out another one of the Halloweeny blocks. We'll see how things go. Let me know what your goals are for this week. Now it is time for our news and events, and we had quite a bit going on this week. On Thursday night, I went over to my friends at Cotton Cuts and joined their live, where they revealed which colorway was picked for me and by who. And I'm excited to show you that I am going to be doing the Medusa, which is a series of Hoffman batiks. It's going to be a series of pinks and purples. Here is a sample of some of the fabrics that will be used in this project. The kit has not quite arrived yet due to some supply chain issues, but it'll be here in due course, and once that happens, we'll be able to start assembling that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yesterday morning, I had my friend Tasha joined me and we assembled some fun projects. She worked on her cotton cuts and I also did some work on that corgi that I showed you a little earlier. This coming week we're going to have some more fun coming up. Right now, if you're watching this, you'll probably see that I'm over at Katy's, the Greenland Quilters channel, where we're going to be putting together some courthouse steps. I'm really looking forward to that. That's the ones I showed you a little earlier. This coming Saturday, I'm going to have my friend Adam from Adam Sews join me. I'm really excited to have him join me. And then hopefully we'll be able to get Clue 7 on time-lapse out of the flamingo as well. As a reminder, our next guild meeting will be this next Sunday, the 16th, at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'd love it if you're able to join us for that. If you need a guild home and you want a low-key, laid-back guild, we'd love to have you as well. On the way home one day this week, I went over to my friends over at Fabric Hut and picked up some backing fabrics for the pink quilt and the pastel quilt. This is the pastel quilt that I showed you a little earlier on, and I picked this lovely fabric to go with it. It's a very light lavender purple color, and I think it's going to look really, really nice on this. You'll get to see some progress on that hopefully next week as well. And then for the pink quilt, this is the pink quilt right here, I found this beautiful basics grunge in a nice darkish mid-pink. It's not quite the same as it's showing on camera, but I think it's going to look really nice with this particular quilt as well. Let me know what you think of these two. And now I'm excited to show you a finished quilt top or wall hanging, whichever you want to call it. Anyway, last week I showed you some progress that I finished quilting the July gnome, and it is now bound. It has a hanging sleeve installed, including some hand stitching. I'm hoping it holds. So far it's done pretty well. And it's now hanging upright in one of our rooms. This is something we plan on doing several more of these gnomes, because we have like one for each season, and changing them out throughout the season. So they're going to be like wonderful decorations in our house. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, I'd love it if you hit the like button, tell a friend, and I always love hearing comments from my viewers. I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and we'll see you next time.